and big help for animal lovers faced with a heartbreaking dilemma. It's no secret when the beloved family pet becomes ill, vet bills can skyrocket. Now, a pet medical crisis fund is helping to save animals' lives when desperate owners can't afford to. Joe Hall has the story.
It can be heartbreaking when your pet is sick or has an accident, especially if you're facing challenges yourself.
I definitely think I need them more than they need me.
Scott has Asperger's syndrome and suffers from anxiety and depression. He also loves Agatha Christie, so his Italian greyhounds are named Tuppence and Tommy.
I couldn't live without them, I'm sure. I wouldn't know what I do.
Last summer, Tuppence almost drowned during a bayside swim, and while she was rescued, complications arose.
I was beside myself.
It was touch and go, with blood clots forming, resulting in a leg amputation. The surgical and hospital costs climbing over $7,000. They were met by the Pet Medicine Crisis Fund.
It made all the difference, not just knowing that there was the financial assistance, but there was the moral support as well.
When you take on a pet, you take them on as family, and for Scott, they are his family.
Jennifer Hunt knows more than anyone the dilemma of how much do you spend to save your pet's life. That's if you have the money.
We were very lucky.
$30,000 later, the money she'd set aside for a new kitchen and her border collie Jed's ruptured discs were repaired.
So I had this dawning thought, wow, you know, for the pensioners out there to be in my situation and having to put their pet to sleep, it would just be heartbreaking.
That's when, with the help of son James, she started the Pet Medical Crisis Fund, the only one in the country. The charity raises money and pays vet costs for those who can't afford it, including the homeless, single parents and low-income earners.
People generally don't have that money at the ready for a crisis situation.
The fund will provide assistance when all other options have been exhausted, often asking vets to do what's required at cost. Over the past decade, the fund has been busy distributing around $450,000 to keep families together by saving almost 500 precious pets.
So the bond that's created when you have a pet and preserving that bond is really vital.
Some of the heartwarming rescues, Mel and her twin snakebite victims Storm and Tilly, pensioner mum Melissa and her girl Jazz, Christine and her tortoiseshell moggy Georgie's life was saved and her kittens delivered by cesarean. Roxy, who was kicked by an intruder in her mum's Shepparton home.
People cry and people are so grateful and people can't, you know, we get called angels.
But we're not just talking dogs and cats. The Good Samaritan generosity also extends to birds, like cockatiels, gruffles, even the odd chicken. Love comes in all forms.
Of course, that was a no-brainer. We managed to pop the $300 in to pay for the veterinary bill, and the chicken went home and is still alive today.
Jennifer says every pet saved is like winning lotto. Pets like Tuppence, who continues to be treasured.
She brings me joy every day.
And while Jennifer's adored Jed has since passed away, his legacy is many miracles and survival stories. Joe Hall, 9 News.